All right, my friends, this is Donnie.
And Sandra.
And we are here with you in the motorhome. We are not going on a trip. And matter of fact, we've had to reschedule a trip because of weather. It's just not because of bad weather. It's just because of, like ice, sleet, snow, that type of stuff, or rain. It's because of the cold. It's supposed to get down darn near the 11. I saw anything between 11 and 13 degrees. So that's some pretty significant cold weather. And though I believe we could handle it, and we've handled temperatures as low as 17 degrees, I just don't want to fool with it, and so we canceled the trip, and we're going to extend it out about another month from now. But at any rate, what I wanted to do is share with you an incident that I had in the motorhome that caused me to break an item. Nothing on the motorhome, but something that we had in the motorhome that we're going to have to go and get a replacement on. I was driving, I think we were headed to, we were headed to Johnston County.
Yes.
Johnston County, our last trip that we went to at the time of this recording was Johnston County, which was right here. That's Johnston County. And then we went to Wake after that. When we went to Johnston County, we went to the Mount Olive Pickle Drop, which was in Wayne County. And so, but at any rate, Rowan County is our home county. And the way it took us was kind of this route is the way it took us. And when I was getting on I-85 from Salisbury, I accidentally hit the curb on the back tire just a little bit, but it was enough to lift up this side of the motorhome. And when I did, it was just a bump, but it was enough to give this thing a little shake. And when it did, our goods on the inside of this thing, our plates, hit this door. This door came swinging open, and this item come flying out of it. Now, if you guys will remember, this is what is this called?
I think I call it a mini bunt pan. I think some people call it an apple baker. But it is what we make our meatloaf in. And
if you guys will remember the video that we did when we made the meatloaf in the Instapot. And so that's what she made it. She made the meatloaf in this. You put tinfoil over it, and but anyway, we do have that. I tell you what, I'll get that video and I'll link it in the description here. But let me turn on the light here. And any rate, this thing was up in the cabinet here. It was sitting inside of a bowl. Well, it came flying out, and it hit down here, and it shattered. And so she tried to go online to get another one. And this right here was a gift.
Yes.
It was given to us by Rebecca, our daughter-in-law. And so what we did is we called her up, asked her where she got it at. And you got it. It's in the mountains.
She got it in Linville Caverns, which I don't know if they're even open now. But okay. Whoever made it is from Old Fort because it's stamped Old Fort.
Okay. And Old Fort is in the mountains.
Yeah, and it's on the way to I just want to know what area.
Yeah.
And it has somebody's signature here too.
Yeah. But, any rate, that you guys know are well aware that area got hit by Helene and the hurricane, and so they said that they didn't have any, right?
I didn't call them. I just assumed they're not open, but we're not going up that ways anyway.
Well, there's no way
so
we
I
could
tried
get
to find
it.
One online. Yeah. I could find some online, but I wasn't exactly sure about the size. I really want to see it, kind of thing. Yeah. See it, hold it, measure it, make sure it's going to fit. So I had a light bulb moment yesterday and realized that we passed through on the way to Moore County. We passed through Seagrove, North Carolina, and they are the handmade pottery capital of the United States. So if anybody would have one of these, it would be them. So I called yesterday, and they have several, they said, at the Seagrove Pottery, and we're headed there today.
Yeah. So Randolph County,
it's
you guys.
It's in Randolph County, though.
Randolph County. This is where the zoo is, Asheboro Zoo, right there. That's where we're headed to. And so it's not real far we're going.
About an hour drive.
And so, but we're headed out there.
We're day tripping.
And, but this right here has to be, it's got to be able to fit in this. And so we did find one online. This is 7 inches from here to here. Exactly 7 inches. And so a 7-inch pot would probably scrape going on the way down. I don't know, but we found one that was just a hair bit smaller, maybe an eighth of an inch smaller. And I believe it would work, but we found this place, and so we figured, why not? Let's just take a ride down there. We're going to take this pot with us. That way we could actually make sure that it is going to fit, because this is a good it's a good way to make meatloaf in your Instant Pot. And so, but at any rate, guys, we are going to head that way. And again, a fine example on how those of you that, I have drivers that sometimes give me a hard time going down the highway. You can tell they're frustrated because I don't go as fast as everybody. I can't change lanes as quick as everybody. A motorhome does not drive like a vehicle, like a regular car or a van. It just don't. It maneuvers differently. You've got, G-forces, weight of this thing. And so, it just goes to show a little bump up, just a little small bump. It really wasn't much, guys.
No, it wasn't.
But this thing right here came out. It was hanging out about like that. And this door got hit, and it locks in. It locks in right there. And so, but the insides of that stuff, which that showed me where my weak points were, I'm going to have to put something in there to keep those plates from sliding.
And from now on, this is going to go on the bed or something whenever we're traveling.
Yeah, it actually hit it with enough force that it popped this open, and then the plates came out. The plates were fine because the plates aren't ceramic, and but they fell, and of course this thing got damaged. And so actually I'm going to put this thing in a different area, and so
we might get stored in the Instant
I'm going to
Pot.
try to I'm going to find a way with everything else that's in here. I wasn't able to put this in there, but we're going to find a way to put it in there, and then we'll just put the cord on the outside of it. And so, but at any rate, it's a great thing to have, guys. And so if you want to see that video on how we made meatloaf, check it out. But at any rate,
we're headed to Seagroves.
We're going to head to Seagroves and see if we can pick one of these things up. Okay, we're at Seagrove Pottery, which is in Seagrove, and this is, you said, the capital?
Yes.
The pottery capital of the United States?
Yep.
And so, wow.
There's 3 places right here on site.
I tell you what, that's one thing that it just amazes me, is the things that we have in good old North Carolina. We have, guys, the pottery capital of the United States. Get that. And so, this looks like a tobacco barn, maybe. Old tobacco barn? They just using it as storage. And see, here's a pottery place over here. And we pass numerous pottery places coming in. The cute little town. And but when we well, before I say anything about where we stayed at, this is in, like I said, a different county. We were going to Moore County, but for my RVers, this place here, at least at one point in time, it still may be, is on Harvest Host. And but they are a Harvest Host, if I still remember. So any of my RVers, if you want to go on Harvest Host, join a Harvest Host, and you can they'll let you stay out here for free. Yeah, but you just got to spend at least $30 with them or donate 30 bucks. But we were going to Moore County. Sandra, I think we went like this way and kept going straight, and we stayed at the Ostrich Ranch. And so what I'll do in the description below, I will put a link to the Ostrich Ranch for you guys to check out. And so, but this is really cool. Let's go see what we can find out. All right, we're back home. I decided not to record inside the store. I don't want to ever make anybody feel uncomfortable. And so, it depending on exactly what type of store it is, I'm sure they probably wouldn't have mind. But that store was nice, very nice.
Nice.
There is all types of stuff in there. So if you ever get a chance, check that store out. But this is what we ended up getting. And Sandra, if you wanna go through and tell them what you got.
So this is my replacement little bundt pan. It's really pretty. It's signed by the person.
They're actually from Seagrove.
Yeah. Something Pottery, Seagrove, and that's their initials.
Okay.
So, anyways, this is pretty, like, moss green color.
Yeah, and show them how
it's perfectly in there.
Yeah, it's gonna work.
So what happens is I put the rack. I usually put potatoes in the bottom so I can do the mashed potatoes and the meatloaf. If you have never made meatloaf and mashed potatoes in the Instant Pot, it's all one thing. So what I do is I put my potatoes in the bottom, then I'll set this rack on top of them. It just kind of like nestles down in there. And then I put the meatloaf pan on top of it. So
cool.
There you go.
And it works good. Again, check out the link below in the description. And for my Facebook people, check in the description above.
Try this rack. You can use this rack and then you can lift it out. Let's see if it'll work.
It seems like that's what we did. We used that one.
Yeah. Then you can just lift it out. There we go. That's okay. That's it.
And but check it out and you'll see the recipe on what we did. We was at we were in Mount Airy when we did it at Mayberry Campgrounds is when we did it.
And meatloaf is something that is usually a we usually have like a staple rotation of meals that we make in the motorhome. That's one of them.
All right, next.
And then I got a ring holder to hold my rings when I take them off if I'm washing my hands, or I may put it on my nightstand so I can take them off at night. There you go.
That way you don't get any meatloaf or no rings in your meatloaf.
Or no meatloaf in my rings. And then I thought this little picture was very cute. And they had one that had a whisk with it, but it didn't have a handle. And it was a little bit smaller than this, but I thought this would be cute to like scramble some eggs in. Usually I put my scrambled eggs in a bowl and then they slosh out. With this, I don't feel like it would slosh out, and then you can just pour them. So that's what I got that for. And then they gave us this little card that lets you know that the paint is lead free and tells you how to care for it. Don't put it on a direct heat source. But then it also says that you can bake wonderful pies, cakes, and breads in their pottery without sticking.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it says if you first grease and flour, you will, however, need to reduce the temperature by 25 degrees as it retains more heat than metal pans do. This means that hot food served in our pottery will stay hot longer on your dinner table.
Okay, cool.
So there you go.
And as you can see, they wrapped it good.
Yeah, they did wrap it very well.
And oh my gosh. All right, my guys.
I didn't want to worry about breaking it again. So.
My friends, my family members on the RV community, at the time of the recording, within a month, we are going to do what? Yeah. Within a month. In a month, we'll be doing all 4 of these counties at the same time. We got it all on one trip. And so we're going to try to knock out these 2 here, which is Durham and Orange.
Yep.
Durham and Orange, I think, is what we're going to knock those out.
Warmer, maybe we'll do those between now and then.
But we had to cancel a trip, y'all, because the weather's just going to be so freaking cold. And so, but at any rate, we had to cancel that out. So we are January is the one. I get it's got to be probably one of the coldest months of the year for North Carolina. So, but anyway, guys, we got this fixed out, and from now on, I'm gonna leave this in here, and
we'll just put the cord
I'll take some stuff out of this thing, and so that don't happen again.
Just side note, doesn't have anything to do with the pottery, but they also make these clip things to clip your Instant Pot into here, so when you're stirring, you don't. It holds on to it.
The pot don't turn with it. Yeah.
I would recommend people getting that too if they have an Instant Pot.
All right, my guys, my friends, my family, y'all take care. We love you. Y'all have a great day.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.